Hi everyone, Nick Pinecones of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and today you're watching me on Hometalk, and we're going to be designing a beautiful pinecone wreath that would look great in any home. So we're going to be designing a non-traditional C-shape or crescent or half-moon shaped design today, just to make things a little bit more fun. So we have a standard work form here today, and these already have your twist ties on it, and we're actually going to be using this by cutting it in half. So I'm just going to take my wire snips and cut the metal, and you might have to add a little bit of force to this, but I'm going to cut it directly in half. That way we get our crescent shape. So if you don't want to cut your frame in half, or if you want to do a traditional round wreath, you can be using a grapevine, or you can be using this entire frame. But like I said, we want to make it a little bit more fun and a little bit more interesting, so we're going to cut this frame in half. And then one more wire on this side. And there we have our frame. So it's just going to be a C shape, something a little bit different and a little bit more irregular. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut off all of the twist ties. Reason being, I don't find them to be necessary in this. We're not going to be able to see them anyway, and I do want to cover them up. I don't think they look nice poking through the pine cones. So, you know, feel free to pick your own pine cones in your own yard. You can go to some family and friends. You can ask your neighbors. As long as you have permission, you're good to go. But pine cones can be found anywhere. Actually, you guys know my Yaya by now, and she actually hunts down pine cones in my yard for me. So we have plenty of pine cones here. And they come in all shapes and sizes, and they even come in different colors. But a quick way to change the color is actually to use spray paint. And the spray paint we're using today is an indoor-outdoor spray paint. So I do find that to be important because you want to make sure that if you do put it outside, it'll last and withstand with the elements. So make sure it's an indoor-outdoor paint. So now I have a mixture of pine cones. I painted them kind of an off-white, kind of a teal blue, and then this baby blue. So I really like that color combo. Feel free to choose whatever colors you would like. If you don't like these colors, that's totally fine. The fun thing about designing this wreath is that you actually can customize it however you would like. So I'm just going to begin by taking our pine cones and securing them to our wire frame. Just taking the wires and wrapping it around. And I think I'll start around the inside first and then kind of start gathering them all together. So we'll have those kind of facing down, and then we'll just continue alternating. So we can worry about the back of our wreaths if it looks messy or if there's wires sticking out afterwards. All we have to do is just kind of trim those up. Come back in with another baby blue. So from here on out, this whole wreath is just repetitive. So we're just going to continue working in more and more pine cones until the inside ring is filled in, and then we'll come back in and do the back ring and then fill in towards the middle. So the reason I'm having these face kind of towards the inside is that way you don't see any of the frame and it looks nice and full. We really want these wreaths to be nice and full. I think that's how we're going to have the best effect. So we got a couple more towards the inside left to add. Come back in with another white. And then lastly, we'll just place another baby blue. So I cut these wires off about a foot, and I just used a regular paddle wire, so just a big spool of wire, and cut the pieces off, and then begin working them around the pine cone. So now we have our inner ring filled in. Let's begin working towards the outside. So now we can begin our next layer, and I'm actually going to take these next pine cones and work them around the perimeter to start off with, and then we can begin filling in towards the inside afterwards. So I'm just going to take the wires and wrap them around and begin alternating between different colors. So just taking the wires, kind of wrapping it around the base of our ring. That way it keeps everything secured and exactly where we place them. They might kind of rock a little bit, but once we add all of them, you're not going to be able to see the frame, and it's not going to rock as much because they're going to be compact and keeping each other compressed. I think this wreath would be kind of cool too if you did it on a much bigger scale and came back in with those California pine cones that are just massive. I think that would be really cool using some of those. Come back in with, again, another white. So just repeating the process. And then our last one is going to be a blue pine cone on the edge. And I think I'll do a baby blue. So now we can do our middle layer, which I'm just going to take our pine cones with our wires, feed them through, and then wrap them around. Just like that. And then we can go back in afterwards and check to see if any of the pine cones are loose. But since this is going to be displayed in my own home, I'm not too concerned about having everything permanently attached. But all we're doing is just taking the wires and wrapping them around. And that should keep everything in place. Come back in with a big pine cone here. And you can even take the wires and wrap them around the pine cones themselves to keep them in place, and they'll stay just like that. And as I said before, if you don't want to do a crescent like we're doing today, you can always just do a regular full grapevine wreath or do the full wire frame and then have a perfectly symmetrical wreath as well. So the choice is ultimately up to you as to what you would like to have for your own home. So we've done that side. Now what we can do is we can come back in and then begin filling in on the top side. So just taking some more pine cones, wrapping them around. So let's add our final 3 or 4 pine cones. We'll come back in with another white one here. And see, I'm just taking the wire and wrapping it around the existing pine cones. And that'll just support everything together. Come back in with another teal pine cone. And you can also, if you don't have any pine cones in your yard or your neighbor's yard or your friend's yard, again, make sure you ask for permission before taking pine cones. But in case you don't have any, you can always order them online. They come in huge bags. You can order, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. They come in all sorts of shapes, sizes, and assortments. So here we're going to add our final pine cone. Just like that. And now what we'll do is we'll come back in with a little bit of wire and secure everything. So even better, we're going to use some hot glue. So I just have a scrap stem right here, and I've dipped it in my glue skillet. And since we already have our wires on our pine cones, we don't have to worry so much about keeping them actually secured and worried about them falling off because, we've wrapped the wires several times around each. Now what we're doing is just trying to, make sure that they're not going to shift around as much. It's totally okay if they shift around because, like I said, they are wired together and secured. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with a little bit of hot glue and just secure them even more so, just keeping them in place, just like that. So this is my method of using hot glue. This is known as a glue skillet right here, you guys. And it's probably my favorite. It is my favorite tool in my shop. But if you don't have one, you can purchase one or you can be using a regular glue gun. Either one works. So we'll just continue rotating, securing our little pine cone right here. And anything that's super loose, we just want to make sure that it's not going to shift around as much. So I'll place another little dollop there. Keep those 2 pine cones together. Same with over here. Again, just a little bit of hot glue goes a long way with this because we're not doing it so much for actually securing them in this design. Another little dollop there. And that should be enough. So now if there's any glue strings, you can just pull them off. And here we have our wreath. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hang this wreath up and give you guys one final look as to how it turned out. So here's the finished design, you guys, and I think it turned out really pretty. This was a very inexpensive design as well. The pine cones came from my own yard. The frame was only a couple dollars, and the spray paint I had on hand as well. So you can easily create this for less than $5. So we did ours in the letter C. What you can also do is design it in any letter you would like, and I thought that would be a really cute idea as well. Customizing it to a monogram, whether it be your first name, your initial, you can have this displayed in your bedroom, and just cut out either a wire coat hanger or just a frame into whatever letter you would like. But very simple, very easy, and very fun. I think this would be a great project to do with kids as well, and I think it would be really cool to see different color combos too. So we did 3 colors today. We did 2 different shades of blue, as well as a white. I think a solid gold wreath would be really pretty as well. So the sky's the limit with color combos. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this. This is Nick Pinecones of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and you're watching me on Home Talk. Bye, everyone.